Hello, I'm your host, Rashawn Ellis. Today on Urban Beats Radio 2, we will be interviewing Dr. Larry White Sr., who is the International and National Chairman of the Signature Entrepreneur Mastermind Group out of the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. Stay tuned. We will be right back. And we are back with Dr. Larry White Sr., who is the national chairman of the Signature Entrepreneur Mastermind Group. How are you today, Dr. Larry?
I'm doing blessed on this sensational Saturday.
Absolutely.
I'm excited to be here with you today, Rashawn. I think this is maybe my second time being on the show, so I'm excited and pumped, and I thank you for the opportunity and the platform today.
Yes, I appreciate you for giving us the time, the opportunity, and everything. You do a plethora of things in your businesses, your different ventures. I just kind of want to I'm going to name 5 that I've, mapped out so far that you do. And if you could, when I go back up at the top, I want you to give like a brief, detailed description of everything that you do.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, you do a lot. You are a 4 times best-selling author, talk show host. As I mentioned before, you're the International and National Chairman of the Signature Entrepreneurs Mastermind Group. Brand Ambassador, Award-winning Entrepreneur, and CEO of VIP Events Concierge. That's a lot.
Oh, thank you. So you got me over here very humble. I'm very humble.
Yes.
Yeah.
So start by telling us about all the books that you've written.
Wow, I wish I had some around, but they're all sold out. That's a good thing, right? And I have to get some more order. But I was meeting with some folks last night, and as the world is opening up from COVID, and the folks didn't realize I had these books out and talk show and all this stuff. So it just all started. I was working with other people, different celebrities, and I saw what they were doing, Rashawn. And I'm like, wow, I can do that. But I just didn't write a book just to write a book. I wanted to make sure it had proper messages in there. So shortly after my mother passed away in 2018, I went into depression, and I was feeling sorry for myself. She died tragically, and it just was tough. I get a call maybe a month or 2 later after my mother's passing, and I was selected to get an honorary doctorate degree from a Bible college in Chicago. And that's when stuff started changing, the trajectory of my career. I'd always been working and writing, but then this doctorate degree comes, and it's like, okay, now the first book, The Ultimate Network and Entrepreneur, which you purchased, has sold over 1,200 copies, and I was able to put doctor on there because of the honorary doctorate degree. So that's when, you got it right there. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Rashawn, for supporting me. But that's kind of like when I realized my mother came into my dreams and said, hey, quit feeling sorry for yourself. You have your family, you have your whole life ahead of you. And by the way, I can help you more in heaven than I could down on earth. So that's when I started writing the books. I started writing the books and telling my story and working, with different celebrities and events. So that's how the book came in. And the first one was a bestseller. And then the second one, Operating in Excellence, bestseller. And When Men Lean In, bestseller. And Iron Sharpened Iron's bestseller. So those are my 4 bestsellers through Amazon. And I was like, wow, when you taste a little bit of success, you want some more of it.
Right.
Even when I came down to Atlanta to meet you the first time, you just be like, wow, who's going to show up for a book signing for little old me, brother out the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But it's amazing. It's amazing.
And all I would like to just say to all of that, being the CEO and founder of VIP Events Concierge, the international and national chair of the Mastermind, they all coincide together because I believe in the 4 pillars: empowerment, inspiration, leadership, and entrepreneurship. And I try to check those boxes with our group. And thank you, Rashawn, for joining Signature Entrepreneurs and Masterminds. It took a couple of years, but we got her. And she's so on point. She's so on point, y'all. She's so on point.
Thank you so much. Also, you have a talk show as well. We get to
Yeah,
highlight people like myself and people like yourself. So tell us a little bit about that.
excellent question. It takes time. People were like, "Hey, start a talk show." I was like, "No," because when you have a talk show, you have to have a following. So I felt
Yes.
like I needed to keep writing some books because you got some folks follow you because of your books, follow you because of your business, your product. So it would when it was time, I used to be on everybody's show. I want to thank everybody from like WHUR, Urban Beats, just everybody giving me on their show, give me a platform.
Yes.
But for a while before all that, I couldn't get on nobody's show. And you know me and you, Rashawn, we ain't waiting for nobody.
Absolutely not.
If I can't get on somebody's show, I'm gonna just start my own.
That's right.
I was on tour since 2017. I saw a lot. The microphones aren't working. The caterer is late. The DJ is late. When I was on tour, Deposit Your Dreams into Success, which I'm still on. I've been on tour for 4 years. I saw a lot of good. I saw a lot of bad, but also I made a lot of connections. And so as I was traveling the country, the Lord put it on my spirit, Rashawn, now it's time to start your talk show. And I did that 2 years ago. And my first guest was none other than Stacey Ladisall, Johnny Gill, Mark Clark, and also a high-powered attorney, Sasha Fierce.
That's amazing.
I came out the gate with some heavyweights. And
Yes, you did.
And I just want to say this about the show, and I give you a lot of props. I was in the studio initially, my first show, and I was paying for the cameras and all that. And then I'd only get one show in the studio. And at the time, they could only offer me, the studio at the time could only offer me Facebook Live.
Right.
Well, so what I decided to do was look at Zoom, look at StreamYard, and now I can broadcast from my home.
Exactly.
To LinkedIn and things. So I've been doing it from home. I do miss touching people, having that interaction and the food in the studio. But who would to know 6 months later, COVID-19 would hit and we would all have to kind of.
Exactly.
And some of my producers and other counterparts that had their show, they had to shut down because they were not prepared like me and you to go virtually. So It's been a whirlwind and some adjustments.
Exactly. It is some adjustments, but I actually think it's just as great. We can still, interact and still, reach out to everybody that we need to, have on our show. So it still works out.
Absolutely. Amen.
Right. So what about the Brand Ambassador Award-winning entrepreneur? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, everybody needs branding and coaching when you start.
Yes.
You think about a logo, you think about a website. It's a lot more to it than that. I was branded by a brand specialist. Shout out to Robin Gaskin Smith. She said it's going to take me $5,000 to brand you. I'm like, 5 G's. I don't have that. I better figure out how to do that myself,
Right.
And a part of it was becoming this alter ego of Mr. Concierge. I'm known for red carpet events, limousines. And so I would literally get there and turn myself into Mr. Concierge. That's when the ascot would come on. And it was like Clark Kent and Superman. I'm serious.
There you go.
I would be like Dr. Larry White Sr., but as soon as I put that ascot on and got into red carpet mode, Mr. Concierge came.
Right.
So that's when things kind of really shifted my career, because now I'm working with Perry Lennox from The Blacklist. He also played in the movie Ray. I worked with Angela Winbush. Oh my goodness, Carl Thomas.
Amazing.
Rain Pryor, Marla Gibbs. I'm starting to work. I'm like the go-to man in the DMV for red carpet events, film festivals, you name it. If it's got something to do with hotel accommodations, flights, transportation, I'm that guy.
Great.
It's concierge to kind of tie it into the brand ambassador.
Okay.
I had the opportunity to work with Mario, the R&B singer as well, here in Baltimore. And I realized I had a skill set, Rashawn, of connecting people. But along that way, I was branding myself.
Exactly. There you go.
My colors, my ascot. And so the brand, then it got so catchy of this me branding myself, I started taking on clients and charging them $5,000 to brand them. And so that's how the brand ambassador came about. And so sometimes if you're out there and you need some help being branding, so like if people see me, they know, okay, that's best-selling author, and that's a part of the brand. So yeah, it's
that's
cool.
Amazing. That's amazing. That's really good. And it's interesting how you actually were able to tie everything back into what you're doing to make that 5,000 instead of putting that 5,000 out, which is very smart. Very smart. So what has inspired you to do all these different business ventures? Like, what is your inspiration to do all that you're doing?
You know what? I could do some consulting with an energy company during the day at times. I am not passionate about it. It's a paycheck. Yeah. I'm just checking the clock. But my business, my books, that's what I'm passionate about.
That's what you love.
Look, I had to get dressed up to be on the show today because I am representing my brand.
That's right.
Now, and so I would say the answer to your question is like anything that you're passionate about, you give your all.
Absolutely.
Right? You wake up at midnight, you study, but things that you're not passionate about, that you just, it's just a hobby for you.
You just go through the motions of it. That's it.
Yeah. And so the inspiration is that I can see the impact that my brand gives other people. We do, as you know, we do Black History programs, educating youth and adults on financial literacy. We do toy drives, turkey drives. So it's just okay. It's okay to be an entrepreneur and an author, but you have to give back to your community. And that's what I really love about what we do as Masterminds. We're writing checks to people when we can. And that's what I'm very passionate about, is connecting like-minded people together and also giving back to the community.
That's great. You've already answered my next question as far as giving back to the community. So you're on it. You're dead on it. So what upcoming events do you have coming up for the Sims Group and, for all your brands that you have going on?
I couldn't wait for that question. July, I got a whole lot, but I'm going to just keep it brief. July 9th, I'm encouraging everybody that's in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, come on out. We'll be at Ted Bulletin's from 6 to 9, red carpet. That's July 9th. You can go to my website, VIP Events. That's VIP Events with an S, concierge.com. Register, business spotlights. That's July 9th, Ted Bulletin. We're going to have some speed networking drills. We're going to have some raffles, red carpet, complimentary hors d'oeuvres, $25 for all Sims members, $50, $35 for non-Sims members. And then if you want to be a VIP, get a gift bag, it's $50. So that's July 9th at Ted Bulletin's in Arlington, Virginia. I would be remiss if I didn't talk about our new book coming out. That's going to be my 5th one, and it's Iron Sharpened Irons, Inspired to Achieve, Think, and Grow. Look out for the ebook next week, and then we're coming to a city near you as a team, and the manuscript just got sent over to Lisa Harwell the other day. So the 5th book is coming. And September 17th, I'm going to see Rashawn. I'll probably see Rashawn before that, is our Black Tie Gala. So look out for more information for the Black Tie Gala September 17th. It will be like the Grammys, the BET Awards. We're gonna rock it.
We're going to do big things. I hear that. Okay, so lastly, where can your followers connect with you on social media? How do we connect with you, Dr. Larry White Sr.?
Great question, and I thank you for that one. As mentioned earlier, brand ambassador, Mr. Concierge, I had to change my branding when I got my honorary doctorate degree. So everything is under Dr. Larry White Sr. LinkedIn, Facebook, and that's the way y'all do it. Don't have too many names. It's just one. Dr. Larry White Sr. on Facebook. If you Google Dr. Larry White Sr., it'll take you to all my social media. And so, yeah, that's it. And I'm just really excited to share all that.
Thank you so much. I'm glad we finally got a chance to get together, got a chance to highlight your brand and all that you do. I thank you so much for supporting us and always, highlighting everything that I'm trying to do and get, pushed out there. So thank you so much. We definitely have a lot more chatting to do, networking to do. And thank you for being on Urban Beats Radio 2 today, Dr. Larry. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
O2 was brought to you by Whipple Tompkins Mobile Notary Service, where notary service is fast and reliable. Available 24/7. You better get it.